You've probably seen the abbreviation SMP used a lot recently, with servers such as the Dream SMP exploding in popularity. And to get straight to the point, SMP stands for Survival Multiplayer. Basically, a Minecraft server with vanilla survival, no mods or plugins, just straight vanilla survival. But in my opinion, I think it also stands for a lot more. I've been playing Minecraft for 8 years now, and I have played on a bunch of SMPs. But over time, I've drifted away from playing Minecraft as I got older and got more busy doing other things, life things like school, relationships, work, and even just being more interested in other games. But since I had gotten Minecraft, I've almost religiously played on a Minecraft SMP at least once a year. It's nice. It's a tradition. Almost every year there's a new update, which doesn't have too many changes, but enough to keep my friends and I entertained for a few days or weeks until we slowly drift away from playing the game until the next year. And that's why I think a Minecraft SMP isn't just a survival multiplayer, but a way to rejoice in the love for a game that you may have been either playing for years or even just started playing recently, a way to enjoy it together. And I know this is corny, but I think it's pretty insane to think that I've played this game longer than I've known most of my friends. I would even go to the point to say that it's inspired me to pursue my career and has always challenged me creatively and technically. It's even evolved in the YouTube space, with one of the first Minecraft SMP servers, Minecrack, leading the charge of SMP servers, which was just a bunch of YouTubers building bases and farms, interacting with one another, and now its modern successor, Hermitcraft, which is doing better than it ever has. Now, there is a newer server called the Dream SMP, which is more of a semi-scripted show than a survival multiplayer, but it's still an SMP at its core. I'm actually making a video on speedrunning the seed to the Dream SMP, which really sucks as a speedrunning seed, by the way. So if you're interested in watching me analyze the best way of doing it, subscribe. It's free and you can always change your mind later. Now, this video is mostly a nostalgia trip for me, and while writing the script, it got me thinking about a lot of my previous SMPs, so I thought I would show you around one of them. I'll then give you some of my final thoughts on what I think SMP really stands for at the end of the video. Okay, so this world was from, I think, 1 year ago, so it would have been 2019. I think this was just hosted on a Minecraft realm, and yeah, so this was kind of just my base. I had a little enchanting station here. I've always been into that kind of like modern, clean factory look, and I'm always doing villages, so villages are like my favorite thing pretty much. I always like getting every type of book and then like grinding out a bunch of them. I would expect a lot of these chests to be quite full, yeah, so like the stuff that I would use, like efficiency 5 and stuff, would be quite full. And I also had this really cool thing down here. So this was kind of like a storage system, so I set up my own way of, these would fill up with shulker boxes full of stone, so I could have like bulk storage if this filled up completely. I probably wouldn't have many which would actually have shulker boxes, but I have a few here that you can see. And I think this would work just by, yep. And I could go back up with a slime box. I remember on this world, I think I had gotten a full emerald beacon of just emerald, basically from those villages, because there's like a little exploit they can use. Yeah, I have like a slime farm here. This SMP was really fun. I remember spending a lot of time with it. I had a farm here as well even. So I think this is a villager breeder potentially. Yep, it is a villager breeder. I remember doing this like design of being able to like sort baby villages to adult villages. And that was kind of important, so I could always get like adult villages for trading stuff. So we would have these like, I would always do these nether hubs pretty much, so I would go like pretty high up and basically make a nether hub like this with like corridors and stuff. I guess we had a skeleton farm here. This is really cool looking back to it. Yep. I kind of make these skeleton farms all the time, so there's probably just like a spawner back there, and I would set this up for storing like arrows and stuff like that. I think the drops aren't automated. I think I did have an automated one for one of my recent SMPs. And I guess I have a shulker here. That's probably my shulker actually. Let's chuck it back into my ender chest. And I would expect this to be the main like kind of group area. Nether portal, yeah, so it is. So we're here at dark now, but I think this, where we are originally, used to basically be like a full-blown village, but we pretty much tore it down and like built this whole kind of fenced gate area around us. Yeah, you can see one of the original village houses over there. There is one of my friend's abominations. So like the weird netherrack smile and his awful pretty house. But I mean, he was one of the guys that actually did build a house. I think most people kind of spent most of the time just like storing stuff in these chests and in their ender chest with like building this area out. But yeah, I think there's a few more bases around here, but I will leave that for some other time maybe. Now, what do I think SMP stands for? Well, obviously it's survival multiplayer, but for me it's ultimately a distraction. A way to enjoy afternoons with my friends and to creatively invest myself in something that isn't school or work. Games are fun, but shooting things and playing match after match can get boring and unfulfilling. Sometimes you just need to stop and watch the sunrise over a nerd pole you just built. Yeah, it may be temporary, but I think that's the beauty in it. Now, I pass the question to you. What is one of your best memories on a Minecraft SMP, and what do you think it means for you? Put your answers in the comments. I read every one. Thanks for watching.